Hi, YouTube. I hope you're all doing okay. Merry Christmas if you celebrate it. Um, even with the woke community, everybody knows who the Baphomet is. They know Santa and Satan and the correlation, and I've come to the conclusion if they teach their children well, it's springtime somewhere in the world, and none of us were there on that day. So, if we make our children aware of what the holiday actually is, and it is about the birth of Christ, regardless of the actual day, I'm just leaving it at that. You know, there was um, Dr. Grande, Todd Grande, gave a psychoanalysis. He psychoanalyzed Santa. What was it? Does Santa have a personality disorder? It was great. It was like serious satire, is what I would call it. It was phenomenal. It might be one of the best things aside from hearing and seeing people I love on Christmas Day, but it's got to be one of the best things I've ever heard on Christmas, especially about Santa. So I did put it in my community. It's there if you want to, so you don't have to type it up. Just if you're here, you can 2 clicks away without having to type anything or whatever. You know, I just thought, hey, not everybody has family on Christmas time, and other times people don't always get along with their families. I was super, super blessed. I got to spend Christmas morning via um, a screen, but to watch my granddaughters open up their presents and spend time with my daughter in law and their Aunt Cindy and her brother, who I know pretty well. He was a little unnerved. Talk about forgiveness or nothing, but I never had any bitterness. But he was shocked because I know my son tried to take him off this earth and he had to defend himself and sliced my kid up to the point where he ended almost taking him off the earth. So when I said hi, buddy, to this guy, he just sort of like shrunk. But I mean it because I know the guy's heart and his soul, and he doesn't have an evil bone in his body. He's a little sneaky and a tiny bit shady, but he's not evil, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So, yeah. So, yeah, he was a little surprised, but and it was a good thing. It made for a good Christmas. And those are my kind of folks. My granddaughter and her mom made well, this morning they had these New York bagels that they get in special from New York in this one organic store my daughter-in-law goes in, and they had pizza and watermelon. My daughter-in-law was craving watermelon, so that's a cool breakfast because they spent days now cooking and making like veggie trays, and the girls like hummus, so Christy was making that yesterday, getting everything, or did she? Oh yeah, yep, she got all of that ready yesterday because they're gonna have like a pot roast and you know everything. So, and the girls got every conceivable board game, like 9 of them, and a couple decks of cards and Uno, and just and my daughter-in-law bought them this steam trunk, really nice, kind of a medium-sized black one to put all their games in. I was like, wow, that's just cool. And one of them got like this easel and it's like a workstation thing, you know. It's like, yeah, that's so cool. Oh, I was going to tell you what my oldest granddaughter did for her mother. She made her a portrait of clumps of mushrooms, like for in the kitchen or wherever she's going to put. It's beautiful. It's so cool. And I love mushrooms. I actually have a metal one art piece that is molded metal, and well, it's hammered and molded and welded, and it's in a kind of a octagonal picture frame. So yeah, I don't know if any of you know what home interior design is, like as far as it was a company that was really popular back in the 70s into the 80s. Home Interior Design was the name of the company, and I had like a couple of their portraits, and I had my house burned down a lot, lost a lot, but I had like these wooden, they were called Jamestown sconces, you know, a couple of them on the wall with some of their pictures. Like I had this one, oh no, I bought that one for like one of my relatives. It was called Silent Watch, and it was of a buck in the woods, and it was just beautiful, you know, stuff like in a wood frame, so kind of rustic looking stuff. But I still have a couple of my pieces of stuff like that, and this mushroom is one of them that I'm talking about. And then I had like some iron sconces in another part of my house. They survived. So different ones, you know, like wrought iron. And so I don't really trust sconces. If I'm right there in the room with them, they're cool. But I wouldn't walk away and leave it. Even when my house burnt down, a mouse chewed a wire inside the wall. But so it wasn't me, you know. But anyway. So yeah, it's been a good Christmas. I got something to smoke, and I got a big bottle of Christian Brother brandy that I don't know when I'm going to open it, but I'm going to get some eggnog. I only want one. I didn't need a humongous bottle, but that's what I got. That's whatever. But so I'm allergic to it, and I'm not really much of a drinker either, but they do taste good. And some night when I want to really sleep sound for about 3 hours until after having that alcohol will kick in like about 3 hours later. But if I want to really relax, that would be, you know, I'll know when it's right. I have to eat right. I can't have like a bunch of junk along with it. And, you know, what I do is I'll have one before I eat or while I'm cooking, and then I'll eat and just be able to relax, you know. So, but otherwise, I'm not really, you know, once in a while. And when I say once in a while, I think it's last time was maybe 8, 10 years ago or something. Or maybe like I said here before, like a couple years ago. Now I had like a half a glass of a little glass of beer, you know, because I just wanted to taste it. I didn't want to get drunk or anything. I just liked the taste, you know. So anyway, so that's what I plan on doing somewhere in the future. I don't know. But yeah, if you want to listen to a good psychologist, the best on the block is Dr. Todd Grande. He is top of the line. Now, we haven't always. Now he goes by the book of what things are defined by, and that's the best you can do in that field, you know. So, like when people want a therapist, you want the best one, your best fit, you know. And if you're trying to psychoanalyze other people or see your way through um, disorders of other people and understanding that and working with that in the mental health field, he's the best. That's what I would say. Anyway, my recommendation. But his Santa one was so funny. So I watched a couple really good videos today. Too many to actually like leave any links to or anything, but um I do share ones that I think are phenomenal. And yeah, it's like I was watching right now of Frank Shat Pearson. He had a revelation on something he had said in a live stream, and then it just sort of hit him later, what it was. But he misspoke. He was talking about King Herod coming to kill um all the babies, and he said he came to abort Jesus. Isn't that a riot? Just kind of came out of him while he was talking. And the way things are today. Yeah, they're trying to abort the Christ spirit, but oh well, it's not going to work. So that is my main reason, actually, for not giving up and getting back on here today and keeping in my routine for the people that do appreciate that. If somebody doesn't see that I'm not just talking empty sentences, um, if they don't find value here, that's fine. But to actually speak on that is, for somebody that doesn't know me enough to speak on that. So, yeah, I haven't just worked in a hospital, which I have more than one, but I've worked in the mental health field and in counseling, and always with love in my heart. And a person can only take so much sometimes. And that's when lately I've been saying what I feel is on my heart, no matter who likes it or who doesn't like it. I guess that's just the way it is. Do I have to be so mean about it? Well, evidently I did. And the people that so easily could say goodbye needed to go because they're not a good fit with the vibe that I can either produce or what is acceptable around me. So I want everyone to be able to vibe together, and when I'm in a live stream, I can make that happen. Other people can fake it, but I can actually make it. So, and the ones that can do that and don't even, the ones that don't allow that darkness in, you know, they'll know. They'll know. So they're literally, they know not what they do. you know. It's true. I didn't even name names, so I wasn't out to destroy anybody. And perhaps that's not the case with these people either. And it really could be worked through when they look at it, because I didn't leave that just for me. So obviously, if I'm going to be hated for speaking, then that speech isn't just for me. So, is it? I'm not out here just to get subs. Like I've always told everybody, if you don't have God in your heart, you really don't belong here at all. That's the only type of people that I want to associate with. You know, I'm not talking that you have to act lily white or, whatever, like that's a bunch of baloney. You know, it's knowing what if we're rolling with the spirit of God, it's in us. It's something. It's a calling that you act upon, and if you're not hearing it, and you actually do walk like that, and you have all your life, and the people that you've come across, then that's who you are, and that's who they are because it's a track record of that. Not just one day, like I got accused of showing my true colors. Oh, you want to see me videos of me jumping down somebody's throat because they were acting lower than what I knew they were capable of? I've got a lot of those. I don't have a problem with that, but people have a problem when I call them out on their shit, you know. So either person up or whatever direction you're going in. Best wishes and regards. I hope everybody gets what they deserve. That's, like they say, either a blessing or a curse. Nothing more, nothing worse. Just what we deserve. So if my heart had evil intent, well, then goddamn me. And if it didn't, which it doesn't, I'm not damned. So stick your colors up your ass. you know. Cheers, everybody. I still love people. I mean, I'm not going to hold my breath that they'll actually feel the Christ Spirit talking to them because I prayed about it. So I know it's so. I know it. I have that faith that the rest is on them, you know. So if what I'm doing is accepted and understood, well, I could even become a little more tender-hearted on the whole situation. But if not, that's never going to happen. I'm sticking to my guns because I don't like being treated rudely for absolutely no reason. I've never given anybody a reason to ignore me in any public setting, you know. So, anyway, like I said, cheers, Merry Christmas. And I do cherish the people that can see their way through all that, and it's like no matter what, actually really do just love everybody like that. You rock. I'm not talking like if somebody's really downright evil, like I wouldn't tell you to go and not, or even suggest that you shouldn't listen to somebody. But I am looking for another place to maybe watch better moon videos. Maybe God will put that across my path. I did have fun in the live streams. They are fun. But when I'm not welcome, I'm not gonna, for the people that I still love me and I'd go over there, I wouldn't want you to even feel uncomfortable with me there. If you feel different, certainly speak up and I'll consider it. But other than that, I don't chase after love. You know, I make it obvious that's who I am, and the betrayal is on them after that. So, anyway, and I still love. Excuse me. So either way, doesn't matter. I won't feel, you know. So if you do know of any really good uh, people use of the telescope, and I was looking like a couple weeks ago before all this shenanigans anyway for somebody that does telephotography of the moon in Australia. That would be just wicked great if I could find that for everybody to see because we don't live down there. Well, unless we do. If I find somebody like that, if you know anybody that's in the southern hemisphere, like on the other side, like even like Africa has some phenomenal skies. Yeah. Somebody that does moon videos from there or Egypt or that would be really cool as a matter of fact, wouldn't it? I think. From what I understand, it's supposed to be like closer if you're in Australia. I heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's true, but could be. So yeah. My granddaughter's got Hershey Kisses like that big around. They were hollow, but it's still a big. I ate candy last night too, and I have and then I got a box of Russell Stover's assorted candies. So, and I wanted to open them up and have Doug eat some, but he won't. He just got them for me, and it's like, gee, thank you. I know. I just freaking need them. No, no, they are good. We were talking about specialty candies I used to sell when I was a kid to go to camp. Fanny Farmer candy. Really, really selective, really beautiful style truffles, like their chocolate covered turtles were the best I've ever had. Um, and their Christmas assortment and different ones. And they had thin mints that were really good. And then sometimes we'd have a sale on them a lot because they were cheaper to make. So my customers would buy usually like a couple boxes of them and maybe an assorted. And I had a paper route, so I'd sell candy on my paper route too. You know, some of my customers. So yeah, I was able to go to camp for free doing that. That was cool. You know, yeah, we learned how to do things like sink a canoe to the bottom of a lake and resurface it all by ourselves, you know. And well, I had my Red Cross courses in for all kinds of stuff, like even junior lifeguard and different things in my life. So, life saving techniques, um, on and off land, you know. So that's where I started when I was really little, you know. And I save people in the water too. So yes, I've been having a good day. I know everything's gonna work out fine. Holy Spirit works in everybody. So just put it in God's hands, you know. It's all we can do. It is a grieving process, but luckily none of the people um are dead. Nothing killed any of us, so we're still here, you know. So just too bad people can't talk freely, and like if I say I don't like somebody and why, they could come back and tell me the same thing. And then I'd probably laugh and they'd probably laugh and they'd think, yeah, I still don't like the bitch, you know? I'd be like, yeah, well, I could have liked you too, you egomaniac, you know? So, anyway, sorry the truth hurts. Yep, hurt everybody, didn't it? Yeah, all I had to do was keep my mouth shut. That's just all I had to do. Shit, I did that most of my beginning of my life. So they had to force me to speak in public, you know, push me out on a stage, go model that. I'm like, what a bunch of freaks, you know. Even when I took ballet, the fuckers made me feel naked. I mean, you know, even though you have clothes on, it's like, this is very odd. I love dance, but it's still really odd, you know. I've been a little odd all my life. Oh, that's something Doug brought up this morning was how President Zelensky was dancing on a pole with high heels on. Um, Doug said ballet, and I did a pirouette for him. I said, no, that's ballet. He said, well, then pole dancing. I said, yes, that's what it's called. You know, yeah, freakazoids. Yeah, totally freaky. No, I said first, ballerinas have toe shoes. You know, not stilettos. You know, like freaking 6-inch stilettos that just look wrong in so many ways. You know, hail to their chief, right? Hail to their thief. You know. So anyway, I know a lot of people couldn't do a great big Christmas like they might have even wanted to in a lot of ways. But I watched my grandkids get, well, they had like gift cards to shop online, and I got to see the two older ones shopping online. And yeah, it was cool. It was fun, really fun. What some care? Oh, I gotta tell you this, and then I'll let you go. My oldest granddaughter, she'll be 15, and been through hell really bad. Um, in a little while here, and there was a boy next door. He's Jehovah Witness, and he likes her, and they were saying kind of like her boyfriend, and he didn't say too much in the background, but my granddaughter's like, are you kidding? She goes, he's 3 years older. Get out of here, you pedo. And I'm like, everybody's like, says her name, and they're like, you know, yeah, she's a riot. Just like her grandma. Yeah, you know, you got it on your mind, and because she didn't want to get him to get the wrong idea, you know. So, hey, that's a wise way to approach the situation. I thought it was funnier than shit. I think everybody else did too, but they didn't want to say anything, you know. Oh, I did say it'd be different if you were in like the age to be dating, you know. So, but yeah, people they were shocked, and then they kind of they everybody we all just about choked our laughter. It's like, you know, just the way her body movements and everything, and she was sitting on this ottoman, and you know, just the way she said it, It was beautiful. It's like, wow, that's so good. Because she's been assaulted twice in her life and almost died the first time when she was really little. So yeah, that was great. That's what makes good warriors. Super abuse. Satan can't stop me. I'm thinking, no way. I am not shutting up for the people that love me, are counting on me, and I'm not gonna let people that don't see the true me stifle me. It's like, nah, that's okay. I'm good with that. I wish them, or I actually wish them, all of us, what we deserve on this Christmas. Each of us, no matter what. So I do appreciate you being here. Um, I hope all of us have some miracles coming true in this world. Very soonly here, we could use them, right, people? I love y'all. Thank you for joining me. Peace and love from Pine City, Minnesota, USA. One more time, Merry Christmas. Have a good night or day wherever you're at.